What's up? What's up? All right, we turn the music off. Happy New Year, everybody. It is a new year, 2026. Haven't been on here in a long time. If you're wondering, nothing has happened. Just I got super busy with work and gigging. And I also was in a pretty intensive practice mode, and I didn't want to give up. I just didn't feel like there was anything for me to stream for a while because I've just been practicing. I'm really trying to get through some different methods and stuff. So, but I'm back. It's a new year. I figured let's get back on this streaming thing. You can see I've got a new old kit set up here. The rosewood kit is in the other room, stacked up. I brought in my, this is the first Bucks County kit I ever got. It was the one that I originally reviewed for Modern Drummer. This one and the big mahogany kit. I think, no, this one I had built. I reviewed the mahogany kit, and I was so blown away that I custom ordered this kit. This has yellow heart shells, 12, 14, 18. I put UV1 heads on the bass drum, so it's super wide open. I've been having fun with that. So new year, old kit. This is a 15-inch, I don't know if these angles show it properly, but this is a 15-inch, I think it's 5.5 by 15 mahogany snare with the matching red oyster. And I've got it cranked. I've got this whole kit kind of in classic bebop mode. So F, at least that's where it was originally. F, C, F, and then this is an A flat above that. So really high for a 15. I've never played this drum this way before, so it's been fun to have a bigger drum cranked. Really cool for brushes because I have more surface area. It does have single, I guess they're called no flange hoops, but straight hoops with claws. I considered maybe swapping out the batter head, the batter hoop for like a regular triple flange, but it sounds kind of cool, so I'm not gonna mess with it. So anyway, what have I been working on? Is that what we should talk about? So I've been cycling through books like crazy for the past 6 months or so. I'll just go to this angle. I have a whole bookcase full of method books I've collected over 30 plus years. And I've been going through them one by one and kind of categorizing, like, is this an essential book? Is this kind of more of an ancillary book? What's the different styles of it? What's its, what's the value of it? Is it unique? And then most importantly, is it giving me something for my own drumming that I feel is lacking? I've gone through a ton of them. I'll give you the current rundown of where I'm at. The one that I've been really focusing on is this James Murphy book, The Glue Method for Drum Set Soloing. Fantastic. I struggle with fluidity, like maintaining constant flow of ideas and not having it be very predictable. So this book kind of attacks that, like using subdivisions and groupings to kind of create a flow. I'd go a little bit more into that, but that one is still kind of kicking my butt. I keep going back to the beginning and starting over because I feel like I'm not fully getting it, which is really intriguing. It's something that just my brain is not fully processing yet. Another one, I just got back from one of my students, Gary Chafee, Time Functioning Patterns. The only reason I'm working through it now is because literally my student brought it back, and I figured, well, I might as well just open it up. And it's a butt kicker as well. A lot of independent stuff. I'm just getting into section 2, jazz independence, so I'm going to keep working through this. All of his patterns books, I think, are essential. The glue method, yeah. James, going back years and years ago, before he had the book, when we first started getting this concept together, he wrote some articles for Modern Drummer, and I was his editor. And it really intrigued me. So now, 15 years later, I'm actually going to practice the stuff. What's up, Sal? Good to see you. So this is one, time functioning patterns. I always kind of come back to kind of recalibrate my independence and all that. So that's these two. The one I'm really digging into deep, starting now, is the Jack DeJohnette book. Jack DeJohnette and Charlie Perry, The Art of Modern Jazz Drumming. And I'm being real patient with this one. There's a lot of secret sauce in here for that Jack DeJohnette approach, kind of fully independent, modern jazz kind of style. Really digging into this. This is one that I bought via some Facebook videos. First time Facebook has actually inspired me to buy something. This gentleman, Anthony Stanislavski, Phrasing and Freedom with Brushes. Really great method of kind of simplifying and organizing brushstrokes in a new way. I've worked through the Ed Thigpen book a million times, the Clayton Cameron book a bunch. I feel like the Thigpen book is maybe a little bit one-dimensional, just a bunch of patterns, which are great. I use them all the time, but not much like source material for developing any kind of freedom. I feel like the Clayton Cameron book is also great. Focuses more on technique, and I just want, like, how do I get some freedom with comping and stuff? And this seems to be a good source for that. I'm working on this at night. That's been like my nighttime practice. Very good. What else? On my iPad, I've got a few books I forgot I put on there. John Riley's Art of Bop Drumming. I'm back into that one. Again, just taking my time through it. Currently working on bass drum comping. Just trying to iron through some wrinkles in my playing in that style. Along the same lines, I've got an old school bootleg real book that I bought probably in 1997 when I was in college. And I'm just going through and learning tunes. And I'm keeping notes of what tunes I actually know. And I'm using the iReel app to play along with the chords and stuff. So that's been really cool. I'm trying, this whole past year, my goal was to be comfortable improvising in a jazz vernacular. I think I'm getting there. I don't think I've mastered it, but I think I'm getting there. So that's been helpful to have like a source with the iReel book and then just playing along. And so what the iReel does is it has a rhythm section, bass, drums, and piano. You can mute the drums and just have a click on 2 and 4. You can pick it any tempo, any style. And I think it does 3 choruses of the chord changes of each chorus. So I'll play along, like just play time, or maybe the first chorus I'll play the melody on drums. Second chorus I'll play time and kind of comp and imagining someone will be soloing. Third chorus I'll take a solo or any version of that. So just getting used to hearing those progressions. Can I sing the melody to myself while I'm improvising? Been very valuable. So learning tunes has been super important. Not that I'm looking to play any jazz gigs anytime soon, but that vocabulary I think is just valuable for everybody. Okay, so what should I do today? Oh, and the other thing is, my book, Creative Practice, Practical Independence with 16th Notes. This is the first of several that I'm going to release. This one's out now. So if you have an Amazon account, you can get it print on demand at Amazon. I have 7 copies still currently here. So if you want a personalized copy or something, hit me up. I think on Amazon it's 25 bucks. I can sell it from here, 20 bucks plus shipping, just depending on where you are. What I've been doing with this book is I just open up a page and then that's what I do. So I just opened up the page, whatever, this is time solo number 4 over 16th notes. So in this case, for this day, can I sight read this solo top to bottom? Let's see if I can. Let's get some sticks. Let's see, metronome. Cool, I can sight read my own book. But let's say I tripped up on something. I would either go back and slow it down or just try to read through it again, see if it was just a mental hiccup. Or if it's really tripping me up, then I know I need to go back, through that chapter and revisit all these things. So the whole point of this book, which I called Creative Practice, Practical Independence with 16ths, is I wanted a method to develop complete creative freedom with the most common kind of applications. So most common kind of ostinatos, quarters, eighths, sixteenths, offbeat eighths, and then combinations of 2 16ths and an eighth. So it's organized in a way where there's a little bit of material, maybe 2 16th notes per quarter note with the snare drum, or 3 16ths with the bass drum, just the straight technical stuff. And then there's an etude or 4-bar phrase for you to try to test yourself. And then ultimately you should just improvise with that material. So in that case, I just finished that solo. I did that fine, so now can I improvise with all that kind of material and make musical sense? And I would consider that fluency. I am fluent in that one situation, 16th notes between the bass drum and snare drum while keeping constant 16ths over here. I could up the tempo and try to find my breaking point, which is good for testing, getting to that point where you can't really process every 16th note. I'm still struggling with that, which I think that's the flow state, when you can just kind of trust it. It's almost like skiing or snowboarding, where you just have to trust and let go and let gravity kind of do it for you. So that's one, for instance, that was 70. So what happens if I go to 100? You can hardly read, let alone sight read. Yeah, reading music is just something, I find value in it. It's not for everyone, you don't have to. Obviously music is not on a page, it's sound. But I find a lot of value in it, just mentally being able to organize ideas and Also, if I can write it out, that means I really understand it, and then I can twist it and manipulate it into something new. But it takes practice. You just got to go baby steps, just like learning any language. You have to learn a word at a time. All right, so here's 100. First of all, cannot even play 16ths that speed. So that's like on the breaking point technically. My right hand started to cramp out. So that's one way that I expand on beyond what's in the book, is just push your tempo, improvise with whatever material that's on that page. And then, which is not included in the book, is improvising orchestrations. Let's slow it down. 80. So instead of hi-hat, I'm going to play a ride cymbal, so then it allows my left hand to move. Right away, it feels weird because I haven't done it in a while. So I've got to maybe even slow it down further, go back to 70. Trying to get rid of any glitches, any hitches, any uncomfortable stuff. So again, that's not in the book, but it's implied to take it that way. So anyway, that's the other one. Again, if you're interested, get yourself a copy. Hit me up if you want a signed copy. Otherwise, it's on Amazon. And it's print on demand, so it'll be printed whatever's closest to you. My copies were printed in Cleveland because I'm in Pittsburgh. So check it out, Creative Practice. That's my book. That's it for the plug. Let me know what's up. Any questions, any topics that you think would be cool for me to cover here? I'll just kind of run through some of the stuff that I'm practicing. Let me open up iReel here. I'll show you what I'm doing. It's a work in progress. So what was the last tune I did? See if we know this tune. There's no melody in the iReel thing. So it's just chords and a walking bass line. Let's go faster. This is Solar. All right, so I practice along with that, either just keeping time or messing with soloing. Let's try some up tempo with that same tune. It's a 12-bar tune. So anyway, that's a really cool tool for learning tunes. It's not all jazz, there's all kinds of stuff in that app. But I'm just trying to learn standards, relearn standards. I've played most of the tunes in this real book I've played before, but if you just randomly called out one, I want to be able to just hear it in my head, know the forms, cold, like that was Solar, it's a 12-bar form, not a blues, but it's a 12-bar form. So that's one thing I'm working on. DeJohnette stuff, really cool. Let me give you a taste of it. This book is, I don't know if it's actually in print or if it's just, the price unfortunately has been jacked way up. But if you can find it, Jack DeJohnette, The Art of Modern Jazz Drumming. So I'm on a page where it's groupings of 3 and 4/4. So 4 groups of 3 and then a 4. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. All that kind of vocabulary, and then when you get into making it like a lick. I mean, it's super cool. I'm trying to get the left foot happening. Oh, that's one I haven't done yet. So the sticking is hand, foot, foot, hand, foot, foot, and then repeat it. And it ends on a 2/4 bar. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 1, 2. So I'm trying to do hand, foot, or hand, bass, hat. It's pretty cool. Yeah, still working. I've been stuck on this page for a few days. So it's all that kind of stuff. Super cool stuff. The one I really dig is this. There it is. Left, snare, snare, left, and then bass drum and ride cymbal. It's hard for me to not have the bass drum play the figure instead of the hi-hat. So that's super fun. Jack is easily in my top 10 all-time favorite, if not top 5, if not number 1 favorite drummers. Do I embarrass myself with some of this glue sticking stuff? Why not? If you haven't checked this out, this is pretty cool. I think I am, where am I now? Gone through it like back and forth a bunch of times. Uh-oh, lost my place. Creating cycles, breaking. Oh, here we are. I'm on this. So we're not going to do that. We're going to go back to the beginning. I'll give you a quick overview. A plug for James's book here. So the idea is to pick a sticking and then put that sticking into different subdivisions. So the first sticking, right, left foot. So we're going to do that accent on the first note. but play it as triplets slowly. Triplet, triplet, triplet. Hey, let me know if there's any issue with the stream here. I got some kind of a OBS warning, but it looks like we're all good. Okay, so that's 16th notes. That's the easiest. Sextuplets. And then 32nd notes. So that's like the very first thing in the book. I'm not going to go through the whole book. You should check it out. Glue Stickings, The Glue Method by James Murphy. So to do, a cycle of those, triplets for 2 bars, 16th of triplets, 32nd notes. All right, let me turn on my interface. It was kind of like peeking out a bit, so let me know if this is better. Is it back? Do we have audio? Looks like my interface might be even clipping a bit. Says everything's cool. Let's see, excellent it says. Stream health. All right, cool. Yeah, I just cranked up my interface a little bit. So that's like the absolute basic starting point for the glue method. It gets into combining different stickings and creating 4-bar phrases without ever disrupting the flow. So I'm having a lot of fun getting my butt kicked by that one. The glue method, James Murphy. Okay. Been on here for 35 minutes already. Hit me up with any questions, topics, concerns. I'm not going to do the brushes stuff here. I might save that for like a late night stream. I go for a different schedule. How about the snare drum? So that's wide open, no dampening. Tuned pretty high. Let's see where it should still be somewhere around in G sharp. I don't know if I've ever played this one on here before. Yep, G sharp third octave. It's up there. It's a 15. So for this type of sound, I usually tune to an F minor chord. So the bass drum is an F. It's gone flat a little bit, but so let's get it back into fully tuned up. So that's gone flat a bit. Not much. Nothing in the bass drum at all. So it's boingy in all the right ways. Trying to learn how to control the resonance by digging in and all that kind of stuff. Still a little flat. It sounds really boingy through this lavalier, but okay, there's an F. So it's a second inversion, F minor chord with an F in the bass. So this would be a C, a little bit flat. Wailing on it. There we go. And then an F octave. So I guess it's not really, yeah, still a second. That's gone flat. There we go. And then the third is up here, the minor third. G, A flat. Which is pretty much as high as this 15-inch drum will go. That seems to be pretty consistent for like a modern jazz, straight ahead jazz kind of sound. I use two of the EQ pads in my gigging drum. So one's dampening the batter head, one's dampening the front head. And I also use, I was using the Onyx EMAD with the thin dampener. I just swapped it out for a frosted EQ4, which still has a dampening ring. That seems to be plenty of muffling. That's a 20-inch drum. And then same thing in the studio. I've been going less and less dampening. I like one of the EQ pads like pretty well pushed up against the batter head, and then the second one I kind of adjust for the front head, whether it needs to be reined in or if I can let it be a little bit more resonant. But usually two of them seems to be for like a punchy sound. This has zero. I wouldn't even call it a kick drum, it's a bass drum. I do Velcro the bottom one, the batter head pad had Velcro to the shell, so then it just stays there. The front one I don't Velcro, so I can move it around. But yeah, they're Velcroed in. So having this drum wide open, tuned pretty high, it challenges me to, you know, utilize that open sound when it's called for, but also bury the beater for more articulation. think, at least for me, it's important to have that touch to be able to control it. Whereas if it was all padded up, you can kind of just kick it anyway. You can dig in, you can let the beater bounce, and it's just trying to do what it does. For gigging, where we're miking it up, and it's mostly groove stuff, that's the way to go. I don't want to have to think about controlling all that. But in here, when I'm trying to be more creative and more melodic, this has been fun. UV1s, UV2s, yeah. I like the UV1s a lot. I had my friend Dave Throckmorton over here. He wanted to check out a bunch of Evans heads. He's a diehard Remo guy. So it was one of the first times where I've like quickly A-B'd heads back and forth. The UV1 is definitely drier than a G1, which can be good if that's what you need. It's not significantly dry. It's not like a Genera or something, but which ultimately he didn't dig because he wants the drum to do the most and then he can control it himself. The UV1s I recommend for studios, for house kits, so because the coating doesn't wear out as quickly as a G1, which is more durable. The UV2s I have on my big mahogany kit, the 13, 16, 18, 24. That's like my modern rock studio kit. Everything's tuned kind of medium low, and those heads sound great. Just punchy, full, fat. Don't need to do a ton of futzing with tape and all that. So on those drums I have UV2 on top, UV1 on the bottom. Most of my kits, when I think about it, I'll put a UV1 on the bottom. That seems to control just a little bit of that resonance versus a clear G1 or something. But lately I've been G1 coated top and bottom is my favorite. These are G2s. These are really thick shells. So I found the thicker heads kind of help. But these are old heads too, probably 3 or 4 years old. So when I swap them out, I'm sure I'll do G1 coated top and bottom. This is a UV1 front and back of the bass drum. It's a different sound. It's like a quarter of a moon gel on the head if you use a UV1. But yeah, they're good for the bottom. If you don't like them on top, try them on the bottom. It'll keep you from having to tape up the bottom. Man, my foot pedal was noisy, sorry about that. But given my optimal situation, optimal control, I will always choose a G1 coated or a G2 coated. Those will always work for me. If I'm blasting through the G1, if I'm hitting hard or like playing really aggressively with brushes and the coating's coming off, I might do a UV1 or a G2 for harder hitting stuff. Some of these drums, I think I've swapped them all out, but some of these drums I was using for only hard hitting gigs. G2, batter. So a big problem of mine, and it's what I'm trying to get over with studying James Murphy's book, is I'll get into a phrase with like a grouping like that, like a 4/3, and I'll kind of won't really know how to get out of it, and I end up playing like an extra subdivision or scrambling the subdivisions, which makes it sound like you're just like out of time. Because you are. So I'm trying to not do that. like, how do you get out of these stickings? That's what I'm trying to get to be completely fluid with. All right, so just for fun, I'm gonna end this with a little tuning. So I know that's as high as this drum can go. I'm just gonna bring it down a bit and see what else it can do here. It was just like a quarter turn around and it dried it up a lot. I wonder if that's a half step. Yeah, almost somewhere between a G and a G sharp. Oh, now it's down below a G. Happy New Year to everyone. That bass drum is weak. What do you mean weak? It's not weak level wise. So that's a G. Take it down another half step. F sharp. Now this isn't going to play well with the rack time because they're getting too close to the same note. But I just want to see what this drum will do. This is a general pitch for me, F sharp, for like gigging situations where I need to play like grooves. F sharp is cool, and it sounds cool in this 15-inch drum. But usually the rack tom is a lot lower. It's usually a C, a fourth lower, so they're not competing. It's only a half step apart. You're gonna get a lot of buzz. This bass drum is wide open, 2 solid UV1 heads, no dampening. You'll just hear me digging in on purpose for that kind of attack. But yeah, it's wide open. It's also tuned bebop style. It's an F, 2nd octave. So it sounds really nice to me at an F sharp, which is kind of home base most of the time. Now it's going to be the exact same note as the rack tom, which is not ideal. You can hear it's making the rack tom go nuts. So I'm going to dampen the rack tom just so it shuts up. There we go. Right, it's starting to do like the sloppy thing, which is cool. It's what I originally wanted it to do. It's kind of be like a sloppy Jim Keltner kind of thing. Let's see what an E sounds like. Oh, I'm going below it already. So somewhere between an E and a D sharp. I dig it. I'm personally actually, I don't know why, but I'm getting kind of sick of the low snare drum sound. Probably because it's everywhere. Just kind of liking tight, open sounds, at least for when I'm experimenting, practicing, playing by myself. Recordings, it's always what it needs to be is what it is. Get back up to where we started. These no flange hoops and claws are not the easiest to deal with. They are cool. I think it's a 3 or 5 mil straight hoop. So it's almost like a die cast weight straight hoop. All right, back where we started. All right, it was nice to knock the rust off, dust the knock off, rock the dust off, knock the dust off of the stream here. I still haven't really fully wired in, because I bought like things to hang so I can hang my lights from the ceiling and get everything off the floor, and I've got new lights. I haven't done any of that crap yet, but I'll do it soon. So I'm gonna try to be back here every couple days. I'm setting like the 3 o'clock hour if I don't have any session work to do or anything else. That's gonna be like my stream time, I think. I was on 12, I think that's too early. So hopefully this is a decent time for anyone who's interested. And I'll be doing some evening streams as well, brushes, maybe more like listening or like tuning stuff, that kind of stuff. So thanks for hopping on. And Happy New Year to everyone, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.